It's your boy Nizzy, and welcome to the Spring 2022 Season 4, the High School League, presented by the eSport company Rocket League Division 1. Week 1 matchups, we had Penn Trafford taking on Gateway, Somerset taking on Brothersvalley, Hollidaysburg taking on Bishop Carroll, and Forest Hills with the bye. Let's take a look at our top 5 plays of the week. Starting off at number 5, it is Donald Duck Roar of Hollidaysburg going bar down on him. Bar down on Bishop Carroll Huskies. Going on to the 4th play, it's Aromi starting out with a big save for Brothersvalley, but he's not done yet. He's going to get back in net and make an incredible save to make that 2 saves on the tally, but there is one more save for this highlight, which makes it a highlight. Iconic Caden with the 3rd save, triple save, we like to call that, for Brothersvalley, taking on that 4th play. On to number 3, it's Ethan off the wall of Somerset. Going off the wall, doing a little flippy scoodle, flippy doodle, back of the net, oodle, into the net on Brothersvalley for that matchup. Moving on to number 2, it's Tot. Welcome back off the ceiling. Flip reset off the ceiling and just putting that one home. But your number 1 play of the week, it goes to Penn Trafford. Down by 1 in the score category. 1 second left, and out of nowhere, it's the 2013 Ford F-250. Putting that one on the board to tie things up at 1 second left to take things into overtime. You love to see it. Final scores here are Penn Trafford 3-0, Somerset 3-0, and Hollidaysburg 3-0. And here is your first look at the standings. It's early. Hope to see you this week for week number 2. Nizzy's out.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another exciting week of the eSport Company's High School Rocket League Division 1 Spring Series 2022. I am Sis, and joined alongside me again this week is the myth, the man, the legend himself, Foof. What's going on today, man?
What's up, boss man? I gotta say, someone messed up. I am back for a 2nd week in a row, and I cannot wait to sink my teeth into this week's games. We have a lot of teams coming in unbeaten, a couple teams looking to get the first win. Then obviously have the outlier, Forest Hills, who had that off week last week right early, so starting us off very quickly. So I'm very excited to see, as this young season progresses, what teams begin to step and take themselves away from the pack that's beginning to form.
And speaking of teams, let's go ahead and take a look at the standings so far. We saw a lot of action last week from these teams. I think notably the number 1 team at the moment, even though everyone's 1-0 right now, Somerset had an incredible performance. They were lights out, lots of crazy offensive plays, and Penn Trafford, that legendary team that we talked about, coming in at 1-0, in Hollidaysburg coming in right behind them. And of course, Forest Hills rocking the number 2 spot here, Foof. They're 0-0, but I think they'll gladly take that position.
I mean, technically speaking, if you want to seed it in a different way, they should be number 4, but we're never going to go over semantics. Yes, listed at number 2, Forest Hills got to watch a lot of exciting Rocket League, as you did at home last week as well. And so they had some tape to watch. And now, looking at the schedule here, they will be kicking it off here against this Warriors team of Penn Trafford. So looking to get their first win underneath in them in their very first game of this young season.
Yeah, game number 2, right after that, is going to be Brothersvalley and Bishop Carroll. And following that, it's going to be Gateway versus Hollidaysburg. And Somerset, that team I was talking about, gets to sit this week around and watch
Golden
these
Eagles
teams frag out on each other. And honestly, this first match, I feel like this could be like the highlight match of the day. Forest Hills and Penn Trafford. I watched these teams play last season. They are probably one of my favorite teams to watch each other play against. So if it follows through from that performance, I think we're in for a great first series of the day.
Well, both of these teams want to bring their best foot forward. We're one of them wanting to stay unbeaten. Penn Trafford, Forest Hills. We talked about it a little bit. Got the bye week. Now they are rolling into it. So hopefully they're well rested as you can be in this esports scene. Looking to find some exciting action here as we have 6 cars loaded onto the pitch. 5 minutes about to be put on the clock.
Already these colors, green and yellow, coming off. We saw this last week too. There's a very, very colorful feel to this. You might want to put some sunglasses on for these bright neon colors, but nonetheless, it's already starting in the half. Forest Hills here. PK trying to get something going past Pygmy. That Pygmy promo, he was in Division 2 last season. He's promoted up. He's a sophomore now playing in this league, so it's interesting to see what he's going to be able to do for this team. He's rocking the Supersonic Legend tag, so I think all eyes coming in on him for this game.
Now, certainly looking towards this is Burb trying to get something going here. Denied there by McCary. Shot coming from PK, but he puts it off the crossbar. That's an overcommit, but Rye sending it off the backboard instead. So first game jitters here as Pygmy going up, trying to get an air dribble there, but contested quickly. McGray putting a shot on, but that is off again. So both teams swinging very high right now and just need to get a little bit more accurate. Going off the ceiling, here's PK. He's going to put it off of the post again, but Pygmy there to deny.
Well, man, like it's a little bit cold, trying to warm it up here. That's a great shot from Rye, and the defense not there for Forest Hills. I think it's a little bit of positional error here. I think it was kind of, you get it. No, I got it. Oh, I think you got it, and no one got it.
Well, it was just a slow roller there, and Rye found a way, this time putting it in up over the defense.
Quick start, though, from Penn Trafford. Not really a surprise. They have a tendency to do that. They very high-powered offensive team. We see them try to explode right out of the gates and keep their momentum going. But Forest Hills is not one to back down either when given pressure. Here, Pygmy trying to get something going, maybe pass through, but denied by Rye. That's a good demolition on McGray. Tries to free up some space here for Burb. Light touch, not able to get a second one. That's a good infield pass, but it's just a little bit too close. We see Forest Hills already on their offensive half, trying to set up passes to their teammates. It's key vital play to this. If you can keep the Penn Trafford defense a little bit awkward, it's going to set you up for a lot more plays.
Well, the ball's at midfield, and that's an awkward touch coming off of a yellow car as Big B getting underneath this one, trying to keep it high, has a flip reset on him, but Burb so quick to challenge and just deny that aerial freedom. Hot shot going off the wall, but not a lot falling here. McGarry putting it in midfield, but it's just a dangerous ball as it just hands off possession, but they're handing it right back. Big B climbing the ladder, trying to find a shot. He wants to go for a double. He's going to put it back down, but it goes off the crossbar. McGarry there to keep the pressure on for now, but Rye trying to fast break. He's going to put it past this one, and now it's into the corner. Finding a pass midfield, but that pinch is slow and is unable to find past the defense.
Counter-attack after counter-attack for both teams right now. It seems like as soon as that ball gets midfield, one of the other team is instantly in half the other. That's a very awkward touch there, and Pygmy completely reading the play there on a little bit of a mistouch here. The team bump, we saw that, and bumps it off of his teammate's car. But Pygmy
bumper cars.
happily take that.
There's 3 cars in one spot, it's the old adage, two objects cannot have the same space as they all go in different directions, and that opens the door here for Forest Hills. But Rye trying to put a pass on it. That is a beautiful play. Burb winning it the whole time. 1, 2, 3. It's easy.
Okay, Perv, I don't know if you just came back from the gym, but goodness gracious, 2 touches on the car and then manages to finish it off with the third one. You can't ask for a better 50-50 on the goal line than that. And staring down a goal already, Penn Trafford, they're like, nah, we don't want to stay down this fast. Get a goal.
Burb got to be slow here and putting it into the corner. McGarry looking for a pass midfield, or McGray, excuse me. The R and the A messes me up, but Rye sees an open door, pulling the trigger, and it's just confirmed here by Bird. A goal secure, not a goal steal, of course.
There's the dangers of overcommitting, sending everyone in the half trying to get a goal started. You can't get full confidence in that play. You're going to get sniped out there. Penn Trafford, not a team you want to give that much space on. Nice 50-1 in their favor, but still, the lack of rotation from Forest Hill is going to be 2-0 lead now for Penn Trafford.
Rye trying to find some work off the backboard here, but a quick denial there by Pig B. Burb into the corner here, climbing the ladder, looking for a pass. He's going to put it back down, but not a lot working here. The possession still on this green half as it's going to be pushed slowly here from both sides. Pig B up and over, trying to find a teammate, but all he finds is that yellow octane of Rye. PK trying to put it off the backboard. Doesn't have boost, so it's all up to Pig B. Putting off the ceiling. That's dangerous as it opens the door. But McGray able to clear it out for now, and Pig B doing all that he can to keep it off his own side. But defense only doing so much. They need to find a goal here with about 98 seconds left.
Something I'm noticing, there's a lot of early challenges from Penn Trafford. Anytime Forest Hills hits that ball remotely high into the air, there is a yellow card there to challenge it. Especially Pig B, he's trying to get a lot going for his team, but they just do not give him any time and space on the ball to set up those mechanical plays. Under 90 seconds to go now. Forest Hills, that's very dangerous, but Hot Shot is there to bail out his teammate from very awkward ball.
Hot Shot bailing him out indeed, but now they need to have more than a bail. They have to find an answer. PK with a demo there, but no pressure means it's just ball sitting on this green half, and Hot Shot does not have a follow-up touch. Rye wins it here. He wants to go mid, but instead opts to keep it into the corner. So they're just milking more of this clock, playing slow, playing smart. Burb all the way back, just ready to intercept that ball and push it into the corner again.
Still, Forest Hills stuck in their half. They've got to get a clear going. That's a very dangerous ball. Nice read from PK, but Pig B's smart to play patient in net. Rye, awkward touchdown. Pig B trying to control it, maybe getting the air dribble going on, but Burb a solid wall in defense. Oh, that's a dangerous touch, and PK will clear it away. Still, Forest Hills, they need a goal and they need one quick. You cannot get stuck in your half in this situation.
It's a slow ball right now as it's kind of floating around, not being sent too hard, and this really favors his team in yellow. Rye, though, needs to be careful pushing it towards his own net, but PK bailing him out. Pig B with a demo, but there's only 9 ticks left. The ball being put on. He gets a save, and that is his 3rd of the game. PK can't find the 50. Hotshot can't get to it. Pig B unable to beat Burb, and now it's up to McGray as the ball bounces down. Penn Trafford continuing their winning ways.
And not much surprise here. Forest Hills had a strong start to the game, but you blink and Penn Trafford will have 3 goals on you. And it's crazy here because we only had 6 shots come out of Penn Trafford compared to Forest Hills 8. But I think it was at this point more to look at quality over quantity. I think Forest Hills had a few good chances, a few actual good opportunities, but some of them were just throwing them towards the net, trying to set up a teammate. It wasn't really getting a lot going. Meanwhile, Penn Trafford, the mid challenges, challenging everything early in the air, the quality of their touches just seemed to be a little bit higher than Forest Hills for this game number 1.
Well, the big thing here is that it was a lot off of Pig B's and those. So it was a lot of solo plays, him trying to win 1v1s or 1v2s. And so if you can't beat that first player or that second player, you then end up falling into a 50, which is where it kind of happened. And that's where Burb had 4 of the saves there, Sis. So it was just about playing patient and allowing Forest Hills to walk up and hand their shooter the ball and then contest him when that shot was coming.
And I like the idea of trying to use Big B to get those solo plays when he has the mechanics that he's capable of and getting those plays going. But when that's your only form of offense, a team like Penn Trafford is going to shut that down quickly. We saw that throughout. We saw Pig B have a few moments of time where he had a lot going on for him. Actually joined the match there. But right after that, right after you get those plays going, Penn Trafford completely shut it down and went on the counter. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to play the game. Don't worry, people. I'm not getting on the lobby.
The hot tag of Sizz here for Forest Hills. This is not in my notes, Sizz. When were you going to let us know about that one? But no, you said it. It was just about kind of adapting to what the team showed you. And so, Forest Hills, you have your front runner, you have your shot taker, unable to score many. They're only having 1 for 6. So how do you get him more involved? What do you do to turn that conversion ratio into a higher number?
Well, it's kind of like when you watch any sports game, when you have a dominant player, like take the NBA, for example, and he's getting double teamed the entire time. You've got to find ways to relieve pressure off of him. If that's your own teammates taking more shots, your own teammates using each other on passing plays, trying to get pressure going, that's what you need to do just to open up some space. Because if you're constantly getting double teamed, you're constantly getting challenged by that 1 card, that 2 card there in front of you. Look for your teammates. If they're constantly focusing on you, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have someone open up the midfield.
The infield passes were attempted. They just were never seemingly connecting at the right times, though. Pig B, great ball control there, but doesn't have a lot of resources to cover it. PK left alone there. A demo coming through from Big B. He's trying to allow this pressure to mount as now McRae slow here on the sidewall, pushing it past Burb. Hot shot, continuing the pressure here, but instead putting a shot on, so it's sent all the way back on the side. All of that work immediately sent away as that ball cleared again. So both teams kind of trading this possession right now as the ball now sits almost perfectly midfield for a second. The ball just ricocheting around, still deadlocked at 0-0, 45 seconds in. Big B trying to win something there, but there are 2 cars in the way, and that's too many.
Bird now looking for PK. This is dangerous. This is not the situation you want to be in. Look at the 3 passing play, but Pigby with the pre-jump off the backboard. He's going to clear a little bit of space here for Steven grab some boost. But great. Oh, I like the attempt for the pinch. Unable to get a lot of power, though. Hot shot past 1. Now Pigby waiting controls, gets 1 more touch. No boost, though. Not going to be able to do a lot with this one. Try to fake out the opponents and does so. Looking for the ball. Trying to get everything out of this play that he can, but maybe too much. Is now McRae in a 1v1 PK. Good situation. Trying to fake him out, but McRae just a solid wall in defense. Will not bite for that fake.
No bite means no real in. So 30 more seconds here before the 3-minute mark, and still scoreless here, as we've had a couple early goals last game and then it kind of rested on the laurels. Rye playing slow here's got it over 1 hot shot. Beat there, but Bigby has to play slow and does, getting an epic save for his troubles. And that is beautiful teamwork there. A double commit, but they work well to clear it out. And now Bigby going for a shot. Burp, though, just ready and waiting. I swear, this guy's just playing center field right now, just waiting for the long, slow fly ball to come to him.
A lot of patient plays there. I like that. I like what you mentioned there, Burp. Just waiting on the play, waiting for that shot to come at him. And that's what you're going to have to do against a fast player like Burp, who's just going to keep launching these balls downfield. Now Bigby trying to get bumps on Rye, does so. It's going to set up McRae. Cannot get that past Bird. It's a nice roll-up, though, but PK with the pre-jump does not want to give them time on that. Hot shot door for that. It's going to leave Bigby last man. See what he can do here. Secures the quarter boost off the ceiling. He's got a lot of space to work with. Trying to set up the ground pinch, but still always a Penn Trafford player to need them. I think Forest Hills right now got to start giving some pressure to go along with Bigby's plays, because you're getting pretty deep in the field right now. Getting some pressure like that, but got to be able to capitalize.
Pressure is pressure, but you need a goal to come with it. And Rye trying to clear this out and break his team free, as they have been under siege more than this game, the entire first one combined. Is so Big B putting it off the sidewall here. Hot shot. I like the aggressiveness here, but he's got to find some car controls. Verb just ready to catch that one. He's going to go near post here, as that is wide open, but he puts it off the crossbar. A little bit too speedy and a little bit too close. And now Bigby had an opportunity. He saw it, but PK coming down from the ceiling like a vampire, just waiting for that one to crash down. Bird trying to put a touch on, but he goes off the backboard. That is all 3 green cars on the backboard, and somehow they don't give up a goal.
It's about the 3rd time that I've seen PK pre-jump. No fear whatsoever, just trying to read the play, and he's been reading all of them, so it's clearly working for him right now. That the triple commit from Forest Hill is not quite what you want to see, but hot shot with a nice recovery. Trying to clear it out, maybe another touch. PK again with a pre-jump. He's just always there meeting a player at the midfield. Burb off the ceiling, looking to get one, but everyone from Forest Hill is just playing a little bit more patient on the defense. Seems both teams have elected for a more passive defense and a very aggressive offense. Look at this, Big B just not keeping up the pressure at all on the offense, and PK on the backboard does get the save, and we're going back down the Forest Hills half again.
So 55 seconds left to play here. Game number 2, and we are still 0-0. PK putting a shot on, but M. Gray is there. Rye putting another one on him, and Big B standing that test again. Burb need to be slow here. Hot shot into the corner. And so now the Warriors trying to find their precise moment they can strike, whereas Forest Hills, they've been playing slow. They've been making plays, but they have yet to break through this defense. PK just playing almost side by side with Big B there. Anything he does, he challenges, but there is no touch there. Hot shot can't catch up to it. So now, less than 20 in regulations. The Warriors trying to put this one away. The ball just rolls in front of the net, but no one saw that coming.
Seems like both teams playing a little bit of poke and jab, not really wanting to overcommit. They're trying to test the waters a little bit, but they just will not send everyone there. I think one of these players has got to take a risk, has got to take a chance, because it's just neutral stalemate ball right now. This is maybe a good opportunity, but PK again for Penn Trafford there to disrupt it. Overtime, heading into game number 2.
Great way to start this one. We had a run of 3-0s last week, and so maybe we can see a break in that one. Flip reset there coming, but Pigby doesn't get it all the way. Only 3 of those tires touch M. Gray. Back into the corner. He wants to find a pinch pass, but it just rolls a bit far away. I like the dish here, but it's not far enough away from that defense. Rye pushing it up, hot shot into the corner, and it's up to Pigby again. A very familiar name, a pass midfield, and this is a dangerous spot to be if you are Forest Hills, but they are just ready and able to get that ball out of their half.
PK now maybe on the counter, looking to get something going. He's just going to like to get a very high roller on the backboard. McRae down at the corner. PK turning again, just being a nuisance on the ball. Maybe a little bit of time and space. Not going to have a lot. Burb will dive in. Riot jumps for that one. It's going to be a high floater to the sidewall. And both teams just playing a little bit further back. Maybe off to the corner, looking to do a double, but wasn't able to get it back to himself. That's a dangerous mistake there from Gray, but Rye just not able to read that. Maybe rush the shot a little bit too much. And a minute into overtime now, and it still looks like the game is going pretty much like the entirety of it. Just a lot of back and forth, a little bit of few shots here, not a lot to get the defense going, and we're still stuck in midfield.
So both of these teams have been unable to really find success in the passing game in that second to third option. The first is kind of working, and there again you see a miscue as now it's up to Pigby trying to win this here, but he's got so many defenders between him and that goal, nothing coming of it. PK had an opportunity, but instead pushes that into the corner. So Burb trying to play up to this one, but does not have enough speed to catch up to it. And so once again, now almost 110 seconds into this overtime period, we're back on the opposite side of the field.
Maybe Gray can get something going, but it wasn't the touch he wanted. PK now on the counter looking for the dog. Rye had a good chance, but still unable to connect on the offensive end. Now Pigby getting chased by Rye. He's going to avoid that demo and launch it past one. Looking for a double, unable to get that though. McGray high off to the corner. Maybe one more touch does get it. Oh, this is going to be a good chance. Can he get the read off the backboard just slightly off? That was the first real opportunity Forest Hills have had pretty much this entire overtime. PK very awkward in the back end. Going to take that 50 though, and Rye will control for his team. Try to get this out of his own hand.
I like the slow here from this Forest Hills team. Pigby pressing up, but that is all 3 green players locked in this half. Now it's PK and Rye on to try and fast break here. The rotation's back. PK putting it on the backboard there, and it bounces off the post, crashing in his Burb. He's going to find, no, he can't find the touch. So now Pigby lands under. It's a 2v2, him and Hotshot versus Rye and PK, but Rye standing that test again, and so the ball going towards this right-hand side of the field. Hotshot in the corner, but PK's there to answer. Burb waiting out at midfield, trying to find a pass, but there's nothing coming of it as Pigby with a huge touch to break that pressure. PK catches it. He's got a lot of green grass. He just needs to beat that one defender, and M. Gray, just being a nuisance at midfield, slows it down enough.
I shot the pass off the sidewall, but no one there for Forest Hills. All getting boost. It's going to force McGray to make an awkward touch. Now Pigby on the counter. One floating touch, gets another one. It's a good shot opportunity, but again, off of the crossbar. McGray, another shot. It's going to be on net, but it's going to be saved away on a triple commit from Penn Trafford. Don't really want to see that one on that kind of shot. PK off the backboard. Oh, that's dangerous. Big B. It's a high off the backboard. Bird very awkward. Can Big B get the read? No, PK comes diving into the save. Gray, no. Unable to capitalize. And still 0-0 in this almost 4-minute overtime.
Oh, that was almost perfect. They had a bump, they had a pass, but there was a miscommunication there. So now it's up to Burb and company. They have been given a second life as now they put the pressure back on. So now almost a full game's worth of overtime has been played here. Sizz, Pigby doesn't have the flip reset. Rye overcommitting here. And so Pigby opting to go for the boost is actually going to get his cake and maybe eat it too. But no, the 50 goes the opposite way. PK wants to go near post. He is just waiting for it to open, but there was just too many green cards in the way. Burb putting it down, but it's now up to Pigby. He's going to put it all the way off of this backboard as it bounces off the ceiling. Rye, though, catching it and trying to flick it up and high, but PK does not want to follow.
It's a good chance here from Grant. I'd like to see some demo plays come out from both of these teams, considering how passive we're seeing them play on defense. I feel like this is a perfect opportunity to start looking for those physical plays to try to clear up some of these defenders. Big B, this is a good chance. Gets the flip reset past 2. And PK is always there for Penn Trafford. When you least expect it, it's just there for the cleanup. He's been playing janitor this whole series. And almost a full game played here, approaching 5 minutes. That's a shot on net. It's going to be easily cleared away by Pigby again.
Penn Trafford currently sitting at 6 saves, 4 of which have come off the nose of Rye. And so now Bourbon Rye, that's a collision there on the sidewall. That's dangerous miscommunication. So Pig being a 1v1. He's got a teammate coming up midfield and needs to find control here. Hotshot given a lot of space, but does not find the shot. M. Gray trying to follow it up, but PK standing tall again. And now Pig B going up high. He's going to try and put it on himself. He's got to flip, but PK will not be denied. This man is building a brick wall in front of this net.
I think at this point, PK, you got the honorary badge for defensive stops. We see you out there. Let's get some offense going now for your team. Right, that's a quick shot. It's not going to be on net, though. Burby, he'll get that quarter boost, though, and he's not going to hit the ball. Might want to catch that one next time. PK past the midfield, denied again. Still staying on ball. 0 boost, though. Not able to do a lot here. Maybe the infield pass, but it's just behind Rye. We really haven't seen so far any infield passes I feel like really connect. Hot shot maybe off the ceiling, try to do it all himself, but able to make contact with that. Big B, another shot, and well, it's PK playing defense again.
Well, that's just a breakdown of communication, and it means PK's gonna score. There were 2 Forest Hills players going for that ball, so there's no one in third, and PK has been looking, and searching for that near post opportunity, but this time they find it in Penn Trafford. Take it in OT.
I was wondering, I was watching, patiently waiting. When was someone going to mess up? When was there gonna be a mistake after 11 minutes of Rocket League? And finally, off of the lack of rotation from Forest Hills, the miscommunication, PK sniping that net in a very exhausting game of Rocket League.
It's something you never want to see, where both teams were having small mistakes throughout that entire period, and it was who could make that one adjustment, who could catch that one, and that was the one. Forest Hills had a lot of pressure. They were putting it on to Penn Trafford. They made them save it 8 times, folks, but that small overcommitment where that third man opens the door just enough. PK, who was 0 for 2 in this game, sees his opportunity. And you know what they say? Just keep shooting until you make it. And he makes it 1 for 3. And that is the biggest goal in this series.
Hey, you know, 1 for 3, 1 for 13, 1 for 100. It doesn't matter because you came in clutch when your team needed it the most. After many crossbars, backboard hits off the post, finally, Penn Trafford gets that goal in this far tiny
6.5.
6.5 minutes of overtime. Can that be topped? I don't know, but you're gonna have to top it if you're Forest Hills, because now you're staring down after that mentally challenging game. You are down 2-0 now, and 3-0 again, possibly. If we saw 3 of them last week, could be 4.
Well, this is definitely have a different tonality to it, as Forest Hills has brought it every single game, and they have just been outpaced in the end by this single team of Penn Trafford. Penn Trafford now trying to go 2-0 in this series, or 2-0 in this season, as they are in the series. And so 5 minutes possibly left to be played in this series, and it's up to this team in green to kind of make it their own.
A shot off the ceiling, maybe the pass down the midfield, but like to fake. Leaves it down for Gray. Ryan, nice challenge over to the midfield. Gonna set up Burb. A quick volley down to the midfield. PK trying to get the 50 in, but you're not going to get that one past Big D. A little bit of a back pass, maybe a miscommunication here. Ryan wasn't ready for it. He's going to turn on that one, though, trying to relieve some pressure. That's a nice 50, just being a nuisance on the ball. PK up quickly, but not quickly enough, as Pigby is just always there, meeting on the defensive end. It's kind of like Pigby playing the role of PK on defense, but he's also trying to do the offense for his team. He's been really all around the field. Still, that defensive Penn Trafford is not letting him really get to work.
Well, neither team have really let the other time do what they want, and so it's about trying to break that trend of defensive stalemate, as Rye is just waiting for this touch from M. Gray as it goes off, not towards the goal. Pig B trying to find this here, but a double commit coming through, a save coming from Burb, and PK rotating near post to keep it away from their net. And so the pressure being broken through as Rye has that long clear.
Oh my goodness, PK off of the ceiling, tried getting around to that one, but it was just a little bit too wide. I respect the effort. Big B, nice flick, trying to get past one, gonna get past the second one, no PK. Defensive ball, McGrath pass over, but no one was there for Forest Hills. Unable to connect on that pass. Big B off the sidewall, trying to get one, but put it away again. Eye off the ceiling now, McGrath. Hot shot, trying to pre-jump his teammate. I like the idea, but PK trying to do that fake, but Pig B has yet to bite on that. And Ryan, that's another shot, a triple commit there from Forest Hills, but it's going to work out in the end. Still, though, Penn Trafford threatening here to the backboard. McGray, very awkward touch, is going to set up PK, and PK, the same spot he hit it to clutch up in overtime, yet again scores.
That's what I was thinking, just that same right-hand post. PK is going to do it again, but this time going off the spoiler of that Fivik.
You know, it's crazy to me that they've had so many shot opportunities, and the shot that goes in is a tiny little floater in the same spot that you went in overtime. Coincidence? I don't know. It really seems to like that spot. Maybe he was warming up in free play, just taking shots there, because this is working for his team right now.
Yeah, right now, PK and company discontinuing to try and defend as they have yet to allow a goal in this series. Hotshot putting it on, and the caster curse is real as that time the defense breaks.
Nice pass from Gray off the backboard. Bird was respecting the touch from Gray, but maybe respecting it a little bit too much, just completely left the net. And Hotshot, a nice placement to the right side of the goal. I guess no one just wants to hit the left side today.
You know, just taking time and doing what they need to do. But here is a shot coming on. Pig B looking for one there, but he cannot get it to fall. Ryan company now pushing up is PK. Taking it off his own teammate. Burt putting it outside the goal. He's got PK putting a shot on. That's no one up in time to contest. Two go up. No one's in net. PK scores again.
Look at the 50 from Bird. Just dominating that one. And PK up so quickly for that. Beat out two Forest Hills defenders. Just the pure speed right now has been the differential of this game. 2-1 now. Approaching right at halftime here in Penn Trafford. In a comfortable 2-1 lead now. Big B maybe off the sidewall. It's got time in the air, trying to look for the shot. That's a good shot, but everyone on Penn Trafford, when they see Big B in the air, they're just waiting on his touch.
Now it's slow here as Burb going to find it here. M. Gray playing out on his own side. PK trying to once again on that same post. That is two defenders up, and he beat both of them. Rye opening the door, and now the pressure is still on. PK and company are just milking this clock as there's about 125 seconds left. Pig B looking for a teammate, but the only card he finds is Burb. That ball waiting for PK. He's going to put a touch on, trying to find it off the back where he's got to stay up just a little bit higher now, but Pig B denying it, and Rye can't get to it, and now it's going the other way. Burb racing towards and able to get into the corner.
A good chance here for Gray, but didn't get a lot of power on it. Hotshot just trying to keep pressure up. Going to bounce really high now. Bird doesn't have any boosts. He's got to leave it for PK. PK will just launch it down the Forest Hill side. Gray off to the corner. Trying to set up Big knee. Playing it slow here. Hits it past one. Rye just waiting at the midfield, letting Big B use all of his boost. Now Rye jumps. Easy read down to the corner. Big B a demo in the backfield. Maybe setting up something here for Hotshot. Hotshot off the corner. Trying to do it all himself again. Rye, that's a very high ball. And it looked like Big B got bumped by actually landing on Rye. A little bit of an awkward mishap there, but still, Penn Trafford trying to get another goal for insurance. Burb forces out one, two people on the backboard, but still, the defense holding on, maybe by a thread, but it's still holding on.
Once slow play here, PK coming off the ceiling, had the flip, has the ball, and has the hat trick, as now it's 3-1.
PK just holding the flip as long as possible. Forest Hills scratching their heads. It's like, man, I don't think he has a flip. It doesn't look like he has a flip. Well, guess what? He had the flip.
As the flip has the lead and looking to take the series with that one. PK winning a touch again. That ball waiting for Rye. Rye putting it off and able to drop it underneath of the crossbar. It's 4-1.
Oh, goodness. How the cookie crumbles. Hotshot. Very awkward situation there. Not the touch he wanted. Rye comes in. Top shot. You can't really save it. Can't place it better than that. And what was a close game throughout just got a lot more disheartening for Forest Hills.
Now a shot coming through as PK putting it off of that backboard, and it's very, very slowly making its way towards the yellow half, and that's Pig B finding an opportunity and goes bar down ski to make it 2-4.
Okay, Big B, I see you off the pass from. Look at the pass from Hotshot, just dominating that 50 and
demo.
That bar down, such a hard shot to accomplish. The squishy save coming out too, but still a little bit of hope here for Forest Hills. They need two more, and they need it pretty quickly. And we haven't seen them throughout the series be able to do that, but you know, there's hope.
I like the touches here as now it sits at midfield. PK waiting slow here, trying to find a teammate, but no, he's taking it himself as now Pig B has the boost, has the ball, and has airspace. He's trying to catch up. This one has a flip reset, trying to stay under it and trying to wait it, but Rye just playing that back pocket position. A shot coming off, but Pig B trying to redirect. That far post was open, but instead it's put off, and now it's going back the other way. 8 seconds left, 7 seconds left. A demo coming through, and the Warriors remain unbeaten. They haven't dropped a game, though they did get scored on at least, as Penn Trafford do it again.
Goodness, Big B. Trying to pull out every single play in the playbook, looking for that redirect. It was a great attempt. It was just off the bar. And Penn Trafford, look at PK. 3 goals, 1 assist, 1 save, leading the charge for his team. Forest Hills, Big B was the highlight throughout, but Hotshot played well, Gray played well, but still, this dominant Penn Trafford team, there's something else.
Well, they're doing exactly what they need to do, and unfortunately, Pig B and company could not overcome that little bit of a deficit and a little bit of miscommunication on teamwork, and so they fall to 0-1 in Penn Trafford now, the first team in this young season to now be 2-0 and continue on their undefeated streak.
I got a feeling in my gut, just a feeling, but I have to assume that streak might be going up and up and up. It might go down, you know, they might hit a stumble through the midway season, but they look pretty good, Foof.
Well, they look incredibly solid. It's a lot on the back of that player, PK, doing it again and again and again. You talk about it on the defensive side, but a big thing that's really untouted is how good they were in that transitional play of finding passes, being the recipients, and opening the doors, especially in a 6.5 overtime game where you find the transition and goal yourself.
Indeed, they did. But that's going to wrap it up for this game number 1, this series number 1 of the day. We're going to get the next lobby set up. So go grab some popcorn, go use the bathroom. We'll be back as quick as we can. Hello, friends, and welcome back to a little bit of a delayed series start for number 2, but we had some internet connection issues with one of the players, so we wanted to make sure that we could get everything
Gotta iron those out.
Gotta iron those out. Hopefully the internet company stays on and stays working, at least for this series, because I have been in that situation before, losing internet connection during a match. Yeah, it's tough being a Rocket League player. Foof, this next match, who we got?
Well, we have Berlin Brothersvalley heading up against Bishop Carroll. Both of these teams searching for their first win of the season, both falling 0-3. So both not only looking for their first series win, but their first game win of series. And so someone is going to walk away a winner today here, Sis. I got to say, I'm absolutely thrilled.
I am thrilled, and I am so excited to hope that this is not a 3-0. I want to see these people at least go to a game 4, hopefully, because we've only seen 3-0s, me and you've been casting this so far. So maybe this is the series that we can finally get it past game number 3.
Well, we have an opportunity here, as I was looking for that one, but Italian playing slow there. Romy trying to put it past him, but just a quick turn there keeps the pressure on. Boy Racing trying to find a near post play, but gets demoed for their troubles. Out of the backward here, trying to find something. Romy trying to find it midfield, and not a lot coming of it as that ball settling back on this Blue Half as they look to be breaking out, but for a moment, and then they find themselves under siege again.
It's a little bit of a whiff, though. It's going to be an open net for Axe. Axe is going to get it in. The last man unable to make contact with that, and that's an unfortunate miss there. And look at Axe just taking the ball, using his teammate's card to pinch that. Nice play.
Explosion seeing that opportunity, but it was an overcommittance there. And Berlin able to see that and take full advantage of it. So Bishop Carroll now down. Mountaineers trying to find another one. Axel Explosion already scored once, trying to get a scoring explosion here, but he cannot find a second.
Well, maybe Freestyler trying to do exactly what the name says. That's
I mean,
fake out everyone. I think they thought that it looks like they got the flip here, but unable to. Couldn't get all those wheels down, and it faked the entire team.
literally put the ball between all three cars, and it just works.
Can't ask for a better play. Even though it was a little bit accidental trying to go for the flip reset, it still goes in. So, you take those.
Calculated.
Oh, let's try to do it again, maybe. But no, Caden with the read that time. Can't fake me twice.
Yeah, shame on you. No fooling twice. Is Caden now able to get a bit of a clear? Boy Racing overcommitting here. So it's up to maybe again Aromi off the sidewall, trying to find some control, but he's got to get back down to that ball. Boy Racing a little bit too excited there. Axel Explosion given an opportunity, pulls the trigger, and there's no one in net. And so it's a second goal for them.
I need a second. Look at this. Italian winning the 50, but that's not a 50 you want to win. And we went straight to Explosion. Nice shot. The third man for Bishop Carroll was going back for boost. Thought that they had time to grab it. And that's just another snipe on an open net.
So that replay is one you can always go back to, and this is why you want to hark on near post rotations when you're the third man. You don't want to overcommit. And so Axel Explosion finding another one there, and it's just a slow roller. It's at midfield. Freestyler pushing it off the wall here, wants to find another, but Aromi just denying that. A shot maybe coming through, as that's opportunities again. But Boy Racing is so far away, sitting in his own goal line. Wins a 50, and now, but just needs to get on the boost. A little bit hesitant to stay with that play. A fast break opportunity, but they don't want to pull the trigger.
I think Boy Racing, the idea there was, well, we didn't have a defender last goal, so I'm going to make sure we have one, even if it's throughout the game. And it didn't work. They didn't get scored on. I was hoping for an offensive opportunity. But speaking of offensive opportunity, the team pinch. Hello, wait a second. Highlight play of the day. What is this?
What's gonna work? Teamwork. Finding the pinch, making it to that near post, and then putting it off of your opponent. What a way to do it, as it's 3-1.
I've seen and attempted a lot of team pinches, and that one was about as picture perfect as you could get. The defender was like, oh yeah, this is going to be a quick shot, and wait a second, it's in my net. What a play there for Berlin. Now a 3-1 lead, and we're just now approaching halftime.
Yep, Explosion off the sidewall here. Boy Racing is there. He can't get to it, but neither car making connection with that ball, and so it's up to Italian. He's on the sidewall here, getting a touch to midfield, but not much more. Aromi slow playing in the corner. The call off there by Axel Explosion. Freestyler putting it into the corner, trying to find something here, but it's nothing but a clear, as there was just a conglomeration of blue cars once again and just shooting the ball out.
We're racing a launch to the backboard, getting for the cleanup. A little bit of a miss there from Italian, but it's going to set up his teammate. Oh, that's the dangerous touch, though, but Racing comes in for the clear. A lot of bumps going on at the midfield. Oh, Romy, that's dangerous, but no one there. I believe the bump was just enough to get Bishop Carroll out of whack, out of tune for their offensive possession. Still in the half, though, Berlin. Caden will clear it out. Maybe a double. Italian, a little bit of a back touch here. Freestyler just going to launch it down to the other side of Berlin. All three players for Berlin just waiting on the ball. Italian unable to make contact with that. Seems the touches here not quite on target for Bishop Carroll. A little bit panicky and awkward, as that's a double commit. Unable to get punished, though, for it. And we're under 9 seconds to go.
Yep, just about a minute and a half left. Freestyler over one, but that's just a clear. And there's no pressure on the ball, as that ball was given a little bit of vacation. The slow roller finding its way to midfield. Caden trying to pull the trigger, and does, but Italian waiting, but unfortunately getting sent to wait a couple seconds to play the game again. Axel has a big win. Demo coming through again, but Italian breaking through that midfield line, and they're trying to find some offense here, but they are just being challenged again and again and again, keeping it at a 2-goal lead.
Berlin looks very comfortable on defense. I've yet to see them make an awkward touch, yet to see them panic, and even if it is a little bit awkward, there's someone always there for the cleanup. Speaking of awkward, this is dangerous here, but Explosion is there for the clear, bouncing high to the midfield. Romy not able to make contact with Caden there. Not able to make contact again. Explosion is going to leave a 1v1 here. Romy last pack, but an early flick there. Maybe a little bit antsy trying to get that play set up. Romy on the counter, but Boy Racing spawns in for the save. Under 30 seconds to go now. Berlin just has to hold the line.
2v1.
Oh, I cast and cursed it.
That's the way to do it. They recognize the 2v1. Axel mistouches. Freestyle looks for his teammate. Italian pulls the trigger when Caden steps too far forward. And I'm sorry, Axel, but you can't get to that one. It's a 3-2 scoreline in game one.
Midfield passes coming in clutch for Bishop Carroll. Can they get another one though? 18 seconds on the clock. Freestyle in his own corner, playing very patient, trying to set up something. Aromi's gonna dive, gets the bomb, gonna set up Caden for a touch back to the other side. Aromi dives in, not able to get that one on target, but is keeping the time wasting. Now Caden left alone in his corner. Gets it up high, maybe a little bit too high, and I'm gonna get a double. Freestyle will just launch it to the backboard. Aromi's there, awkward touch, gonna hit it down though. And Berlin hanging on by a thread to finish off the game number 1 for their first game victory of the season.
Yep, standing tall there, and a total of 6 shots on both sides. And so both teams had ample opportunities on offense. It was just the 4 saves, really, and the 3 assists. So the only outliers you see on these scores and these numbers. But it's just up to both of these teams to now carry over what they did good in game number 1 and transition that into game number 2.
And I think there's plenty of opportunities there for Bishop Carroll, but they got to find a way past that Berlin defense. They looked very comfortable. They were letting all 3 players just sit on the back line, playing defense as long as they could, and it worked. They were never really awkward. Bishop Carroll would never send more than 2 people to the offensive half, so try to get some of that offensive pressure going. I think this game will be a little bit closer than the last one.
Slow play here, Freestyle over 1, and he's got to get back to this ball. He's doing a good job playing it, but instead opts to pull off as he sees the defenders make their presence known. Aromi off the backboard here. Freestyler doesn't want to challenge, but waits to 50 Axel, and so smart play there. A save, but not a clear. They need to find one here as it bounces off of the car, and it's off the sidewall. 50 coming through. Axel wins that one, putting a shot on. Aromi needs to catch this one. He's the 3rd man back, and Freestyler sees that and pulls the trigger.
Well, look at here. Freestyle off the backboard, gets so much power on that hit. Aromi cheated up his 3rd man. I don't think that they were expecting such a powerful hit. And that's just an easy play for Freestyler. 2 touches by to themselves. And a good start now for Bishop Carroll. They started out like this last game though, so see if they can hang on to it.
1-0 right now with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left as they try to find their 2nd in a row perhaps. But right now they are down a goal. The side of Bishop Carroll trying to find more offense here, and that has been all Freestyler here. Has all the points, whereas there is 6 combined on his teammate. Freestyler putting another shot on, putting another goal in, and it's another one unassisted.
Well, I was bragging about the defense of Berlin to start, but this is a little bit of a rotational error. They had a mistouch, and no one was sure to jump for it, so no one jumped, but they were all underneath the ball. And Freestyler will happily take that goal now. Rocking 2 goals, 350 points to start off, but that's a kickoff mistake. And I'm just going to be talking about the defense the whole time throughout the series because what happened here?
Well, just Freestyler a little bit too speedy. That one couldn't control the flip. Went around that ball. And then Aromi, who's just in the middle of the touch there with that dominance, able to put it on target in time. And it's a 1-2 game.
Going all the way down to Berlin's corner. Explosion gets the corner boost. High off the ceiling, looking for a double touch, trying to control. Gets it past Freestyler. But unable to get it past Boy Racing. High floating ball here. Freestyler up again. A double commit from Berlin, but they do win the 50. All the way down to the core Italian past 1. Trying to lead the effort of something for his team. Set up some offense. Maybe a touch to the backboard. Caden, awkward touch in the midfield. Aromi just going to hit it back down to the teammate. Both players from Berlin, not really sure who to take the ball, so Explosion will take over. Italian has a lot of time in his own corner, full boost to work with. Demoed for his efforts though by Aromi. Is going to be a slow floating ball, a little bit of a miss by Caden. It's not going to be on net though from Boy Racing. A chance you wish you could take back. Still though 2-1 now. Berlin's defense holding on.
They're holding on, but now they've given up another chance. Aromi turning quickly there to get to that one. They need to find the equalizer here with just over 3 minutes left to play. Boy Racing playing low to this one. A good smart call, but neither player finding a touch, so it rests until Italian pushing it to the corner. He wants to find a pass here and is denied by Aromi. So still, this ball sitting in the corner. Boy Racing can't get to it. An Axel Explosion in a 1v2. He's got about 30 boosts. He's going to get it high and go over 1, go over 2. It's tied.
30 boost, not a problem for Explosion. Little cut into the midfield, gets the double touch, and Italian unable to get that read, cheated off. Maybe a little bit too close, but a nice 1v2 play from Explosion. Now approaching halftime, 2-2. It's a battle of the juggernauts.
Gotta be careful here. Is Iconic trying to get to that one. Italian can't find it either. And Axel, now a double commit here. But the pinch may be working in their favor. It's Freestyle's last man home, but that big dunk means it's nothing but green grass and an open net, but he can't get to it. And so Axel over one again. This man's been going high and getting players to jump early. He's got to find another touch in the corner. He's got a 2v1, and that's a big win. Aromi plays slow, and Caden cleaning it up. All three players somehow in a very tight spot make it work.
Well, sometimes open nets are the hardest to score. Not for Berlin. Aromi the pacificated. All three players like Mr. Bishop Carroll were there. All three players for Berlin. Berlin coming out of the top, finding the tiniest little gap in that cluster of cars. And oh, wait a second, Italian to redirect to his own net, but Boy Racing is there for the cleanup.
Need to be smart here. Freestyle off of that touch. Caden pushing it down, and it's a slow ball back. Schemo putting it on the sidewall. It rolls up, and Caden just waiting for it here. Aromi in his own net, and now the ball resting on this dominance. A 50 coming through. Axel trying to catch up this one. They're defending a 1-goal lead, but they are playing a lot of defense as they need to find probably one more to put it safely away, as that touch coming from Freestyler denying a very promising looking offensive opportunity.
Great demo from Max Explosion, just on the rotation back, trying to get a lot going. We see two players on the backboard trying to get past each other. Neither one willing to budge. Freestyler past the midfield, but no one there for Bishop Carroll. Is going to give some space to Caden, but Freestyler trying to make up for that one. Both players missing here. Explosion on the counter. A quick shot going to be denied. Caden another touch. Not the greatest touch, though. As Italian is there for the cleanup. Trying to stay on it now. Still controlling time. Actually going to leave it for Freestyler. Maybe not the wisest choice, as Explosion will read that one out. A very dangerous ball here. A little bit of panic on the defensive side for Bishop Carroll. A ball now coming in. Shambles, just pure shambles right now for this team.
Slow play here. Caden off of that touch on the sidewall. And now you got to be careful. Pass midfield. No, a shot technically. And now a 50 coming on, and that ball into the corner once again. It goes off the sidewall here, and it rests at midfield. Boy Racing wins a 50, and that is huge. That means it's off the backboard. Freestyle is there to clean it up. It's tied 3-3.
Well, we mentioned the team pinch earlier that Berlin scored. What about this pinch? Boy Racing using the defender to get that. Fakes out the touch. Explosion unable to get there, and a picture-perfect top left shot from Freestyler. 3-3 now. 41 seconds to go. It's crunch time.
It is crunch time here, under a minute now, as that ball bounces off of that crossbar again. Caden waiting for it here. He's got to get on the sidewall, but can't catch up to it. Axel Explosion underneath of it here, getting the touch over. And now both of these teams finding their offense, finding their stride, and there's less than half a minute. Berlin pushing to it here. Caden can't catch up to it, so Bishop Carroll now given a chance on offense. There are two players there, but they beat them both. And now it's a 1v1. Aromi standing up. It's Freestyler. He's done it all. He's going to beat him again. It's 4-3.
Who else for Bishop Carroll? The Freestyler to come in clutch for this team. Aromi, awkward touch, wasn't able to get off the backboard, and look at the placement from Freestyler right behind Aromi. Aromi trying to cover the entirety of the net. 12 seconds now. Bishop Carroll trying to secure this comeback win here off the kickoff now. Time ticking down for Berlin. Freestyler gets the bump. Caden unable to make contact now. The ball's stuck in your half. Aromi off the backboard. Italian, though, is going to be there for the nail in the coffin. And just like that, Bishop Carroll snags the game.
Still 4 seconds left. It is improbable, but not impossible. Italian putting it in and trying to put a nail in this game and equalize this series.
Okay, now it's got to go straight into the net, basically. Wait a second, I didn't mean that net. No. well, Berlin, I'm sorry, I should have specified the net. I did not mean your own net off the kickoff. That's unfortunate.
Well, this is a beautiful image there. If you could pause it and snip it, this is why you want to try and hit closer to the middle of the ball in kickoffs and not the side, because if your opponent finds more in the middle of the ball, more in the meat and potatoes of a kickoff, they usually put it towards the net. And so Bishop Carroll able to tie this series up one apiece off of an offensive explosion here is Freestyler doing it all.
Offensive threat for this team, 4 for 4. Quote me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's 100%, at least back when I did math, so nothing changes there for them. Berlin, though, wow, you had the lead pretty much this entire game, and you blink, and it's 6-3. Yeah, that's Rocket League for you. That is just prime Rocket League. Welcome to the esports of Rocket League, friends.
And so now Berlin having to kind of circle the wagons as they are looking to try and answer back, as they were running pretty well in this game. It looked like they were going to try and find a way to 2-0, but Bishop Carroll awoke in the middle of this one, and they just had a scoring barrage, finding their mark and now making it 1-1 and making it a very interesting series because we don't have a 3-0.
For the first time, we finally gets to the point where it's a 1-1 even matchup. This team so far, it's been back and forth, lead change after lead change. And here now, approaching game number 3, the ball is going to start off in the Berlin half. Freestyler looking to get his scoring rampage going again off the crossbar, trying to get the double, but wasn't quite able to catch up to that one. A little bit of a team bump, though, is going to leave Explosion a 1v1, trying to get it past Italian. He does so, but it's off the crossbar. Romy not able to finish that one. Gotta capitalize on that.
Defensive MVPs be the crossbar and the post, and now this ball is just sitting at the edge of the goalie box. Axel Explosion given a lot of space here. That flick just a hair late. Boy Racing though jumping across to deny that one. Axel Explosion letting off to his teammate Caden into the corner once again, and it rolls around that sidewall. Freestyler putting it out midfield, a shot coming on maybe, but Axel Explosion unable to get there. The offense, though, still on. It's all 3 blue cars positioned so aggressively right now. They are leaning forward, trying to find a way to make this 1-goal lead.
And Freestyler's got to be careful with those touches to the midfield. If your team has confidence in you, well, they apparently have confidence in you on offense, because Freestyler making you shut up about talking about your questionable play. You just hit a nice shot. Look at the pass to the air roll, top shot, picture perfect.
Well, just setting it up. A little bit of an alley-oop almost there. Setting it up, and it's knocked down here. And Freestyler continuing where they left off. 4 for 4 last game. 1 for 1, I believe, in this one. No, 1 for 2 in this one. And so continuing that offense dominance, wins a 50. That ball's on the backboard. He wants to chase towards it, but no. Opting to back off instead. So a minute 15 gone, and it's a 1-0 lead for Bishop Carroll.
Allen with a little bit of a fake. And he gets set up, Boy Racing a shot. Actually, a pass to Freestyler. Everyone faking the ball right now. Berlin just waiting on the end. Like, all right, someone's going to hit the ball eventually. Now Romy off the sidewall. Bumps out one. This is a good chance, but Freestyler's there on the defensive end. Explosion comes in. The pinch does not quite go where he wanted it to. Now he's going to back up. Leave it for Arcade. Off the corner. Freestyler. This is a little bit of a dangerous touch again, but he's got full control, at least at the moment. Forces out Explosion to go. Another good 50 win. There's a good chance. Italian up quickly, maybe a little bit too quick, unable to get that shot on net. A little bit of lull in the offense here for Bishop Carroll. Berlin grabbing the boost that they need to. Look at the space here given to Axe, and he gets the demo on Boy Racing, gets a double demo. Maybe a quick shot from Maromi, but that one reaching for the bird's nest.
Bird's nest trying to find one there. Axel winning the challenge, putting that one in. Boy Racing had a save, but couldn't dig it out of danger.
Like the pass there from Caden, and Explosion just comes in and dives for that one. A nice 50 into the net off of the double demo that he set up earlier. And now Berlin getting their fair share of offensive plays, using their whole team for that one.
Well, we need to be smart here. Caden putting it into the corner. Italian answering that ball back in midfield. Axel trying to find us here. So now just 8 seconds above the midway point. That ball back in. That's going technically in. It's going to roll in. Italian finding one off the angle.
Oh, I feel for Romy in the spot. It's like, I can catch it. I can catch it. I can't catch it. Tried getting the pinch pass, but just off of the corner too fast for Italian. Now approaching halftime again. Bishop Carroll hanging on to his 1-goal lead. Can Berlin answer back? We saw it earlier, but they've got to find a way to get this ball out of their half. When they're stuck in defense for a while, they don't really seem that comfortable anymore.
Need to be smart here. 2:20 left on the clock. Axel trying to play in midfield. Is going to roll off the backboard, but no 50 coming of it. Italian in front here, but that touch slowing it down is Bishop Carroll trying to defend this lead, as they had a monumental win last game, trying to build off of that here. Axel Explosion in his own corner, trying to get something going here. He's got a lot of players between him and that net, and that's a 50 from Maromi that wins it. Now going the opposite way. Caden off the corner beats Boy Racing. Boy Racing doesn't sit, and Caden not in a hurry, boosting into that ball. It's 2-2.
Boy Racing, Freestyle very awkward here, gets beat out by Caden, and he thought that he could get the read off the corner, but just teed up too close, unable to read it in time. And Caden, equalizer here for the team. 2-2, a minute 49 to go. It's anyone's game, but I think both teams need to clean up a little bit on the defensive side. There's a fake kickoff coming out of Berlin. We've yet to see one this whole series. Maybe that can kickstart something for them. Explosion on the counter. Well, neutral 50 there. Freestyle it. Just one touch off the sidewall. Playing time here. Maybe too much time, though. Back pass with boy racing actually works here. High floating ball now. No one jumping up for this one yet. Now finally Berlin will go for it. Maybe the patient play is kind of working. I'm trying to see the strategy from it, but I'm not sure.
Well, Italian trying to find an angle here, but 50 there by a pair of blue cars. Freestyler trying to find the backboard here and does, but that's not where he wanted to put it. He wanted it more towards the net. He's going to turn towards here. There's no challenge until late there by Caden. Italian demoed for his troubles. Aromi trying to find Axel, but Axel pulling all the way off, so the ball just finding its way into the corner. That's a team bump as there's a little bit of a miscommunication on who's going for where. All three blue cars in the corner here. They need to be careful. Aromi putting more pressure on, but Axel rotating all the way back to his net.
Ryan almost able to get it past one. Now Freestyler coming high, hits the backboard, but everyone for Bishop Carroll just sitting back. Now Explosion will clear it down to the other side. Boy racing in neutral 50. Now Freestyler will take over, flicks it past two. Wait a second. Oh, no, he gets bumped by his teammates. Oh, goodness, that was the open net. Maybe Italian can finish it off. No, again, saved away.
Pain, says Pain is now Aromi and company. They've been given the GA. They've been given the extra life, as what was surely a third goal should have gone in. And now, looking like we might be heading to extra time. A shot coming from Axel Explosion. The ball finds its way midfield, a bump opening the door, but there was no one on the blue team going for it, so OT it is.
Oh, goodness. Dear heavens, heavens to Betsy, all the sayings in the book for that one. That was a really good chance. It should have been a goal for Bishop Carroll, and I really feel like someone should have been there at the end for Berlin, but still, scoreless. The game goes on here to the corner. Explosion trying to hit up, trying to get it past Italian, does so. Maybe falling down on this one. No freestyle, a quick shot, going to be easily saved away. It does force a double commit, though, but no real danger here as Romy clears it to the other side.
Freestyler catches it as a save, and so 30 seconds have passed, and there's been a trade of a couple possessions, but right now, kind of still building off of where we left in regulation. A demo, though, possibly leading into a more physical game starting to mount here as we begin to watch this clock continue to climb upwards instead of downwards.
Pretty neutral 50 here, bouncing pretty high, though. Maybe a chance here for Italian. No, gonna get beat out by Explosion. Now Freestyler from his own corner will elect to bang it out. Romy pigeons it back down the other side. A little bit of ping pong action. Oh, wait, Italian, a little bit of a miss. A quick shot, but Italian with a fast recovery, able to get that one. Now to the midfield. Past one player, but it's going to be a free clear here for Caden. Oh, a little bit of a miss touch, so it's going to be dangerous. Last second touch from Romy. Almost gets another goal scored on them. Still, though, held scoreless in this 1 minute overtime. That's a dangerous floater. Italian, though, not able to get contact. It's just chance after chance slipping from the fingers of Bishop Carroll.
Well, both teams have had opportunities. Both teams looking at a cacophony of shots. I mean, it is 8-7 right now, and neither one have been able to break through these teams consistently. There's been mistouches, miscues, team bumps. Is Italian? Wait a minute, there's 3 defenders. That Octane's just doing it, I guess.
Look, bump. 1 bump, 2 bump, and the touch to the recovery. Just, he said, no, I don't need teammates. I don't need to do anything fancy.
What?
Just physical, fundamental Rocket League, and somehow, some way, that ball finds a way into the net.
Where was that training pack in the fundamentals? Because I've missed that one, apparently, Sis, of just driving into the opponents and deciding, this game's over, and tying it up at 8 shots apiece. That 8th one now goes in, and Bishop Carroll now sitting at match point as they are 2-1 up on Berlin.
Hang on, let me just check my notes really quick. So we've had a team pinch go in. We've had an opponent team pinch go in. We've had a 1v3 off of a bump, a physical play, and still recovering on it. I don't know at this point. The stars are going to fall out of the sky next. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. This is Rocket League.
This is indeed Rocket Soccer as Aromi tries to find that one. Freestyler catching up to this one here on the sidewall. Has not a lot of boost, so needs to be very smart how he does it. He's beating Caden. That near post is wide open, and it kisses the bar and goes in.
Freestyler, do you have the stream open? I don't know. You need to be smart with your boost. He says, all right, I'm just going to get a nice little floater off the touch. Beats out one. And Freestyler going back to their ways here. I think he's rocking what? 7 for 9, I think. 6 for... he's got a crazy stat line from the series. Let's just say that.
He's doing what he needs to do. Axel, though, going off the backward here, trying to ignite this team once again. He was the main reason why they won game 1. And so now they need that flag bearer. They need that front runner to rekindle this team and get the momentum back on their side.
Oh, Italian, that's a nice shot. It's going to be slightly off, though. That's a great bounce, though. Able to get the recovery. No, he thought that the defender was going to hit that one. You know, maybe a counter here for Berlin. All 3 players shooting up to the field. Aromi, slight touchdown. Midfield, Freestyler. Off the side, Explosion will come in. A little bit back and forth here. Pinch out to the midfield. Caden waiting, gonna get beat out by Italian though. Oh, this is a dangerous touch, but Italian not quite able to control his car for that one. Gonna force Freestyler to come in, beats out one. Maybe the double touch here, but Caden is there for the cleanup. Berlin looking a little bit awkward here on the defensive side of things, but nothing too dangerous as of the moment. That's a great pass though, but no one up for Bishop Carroll.
Well, got to be careful here as the ball is resting on Berlin's half. Bumps coming through. Freestyler wins a 50. He's got a lot of space. Trying to set up a Dooms. He got the bump, but can't find the ball. Boy, racing is denied. And so, a minute and a half gone. 90 seconds off of this clock. And Bishop Carroll out in front and trying to close this series out. Where Axel Explosion and company trying to find one here. Caden out midfield. He's got a demo in front of him, but he didn't see it coming. So, Boy Racing, life sent for no reason is no goal. Follows up that touch.
Now roaming lots of time and space for the ball here. Trying to pass it to the midfield, but no one there for Berlin. Explosion, nice 50 though to the top of the ceiling, looking for demos, gets one. Dangerous ball here, but Freestyler clear to the sidewall, looking for the double touch. Not gonna have enough boost for that one though. Boy racing to the sidewall, down here. No boost, gonna like to hit it down. And play time for his team to recollect, grab some boost. Now Freestyler past one. Not gonna be able to stay on that one though. And Explosion will clear it back down the side. Back and forth action between these two teams. Oh, trying to get the pinch to the midfield, but unable to do so. That's 2 players for Berlin commit. It's gonna force Caden to go all the way back. Maybe a little bit too far back. That's a good shot. And a last second save from Caden. Italian unable to find the net. Oh goodness, like all 3 players for Berlin charging, but Freestyler gets the save.
Staring down that stampede, and they just make the touch. And Freestyler having more shots, having more pressure. This is the 3rd of the game. Italian off the backward here, trying to find something. He's got a silver the self dish there, but doesn't find the back of the net as he beat the last defender, but he can't beat the post. So Axel trying to be Freestyler. Freestyler finds a win, and now he's got it over Caden. It's a 1v2 as it bounces off of the sidewall though. It's turned away. A triple commit here. Triple the fun, triple the commit. I don't think it works like that.
Yeah, not quite sure if that one's gonna get the ball into the back of your opponent's net. And as the famous Scrub Killer says, in order to beat your opponent, you just gotta score more. Pretty basic standard rule of Rocket League. And wait a second, don't score your own net. All right, Caden manages to clean that one up for his team, but still, you gotta get the ball out of your half.
I don't think I've ever seen a defense for all 3 cars pass each other and there's not an opponent on site. I mean, that was a stressful thing, and I'm not even playing here. And so about 85 seconds left to play. The ball there, up 4-1, but Axel winning the touch. Italian, last man back, he's got to win this slow touch. Wait, Axel, he found the ball, but he couldn't find the touch. Aromi, though, able to do just that, and it's tied 1-1.
Oh, Explosion has got to be thanking Aromi for that one. Thank you for expecting me not to hit that ball. Aromi cheating all the way up is like, don't worry, I got you. 1-1 now. Oh goodness, we've been in this situation pretty much every game this series. We get tied up towards the latter half of the game, and it's been Bishop Carroll that's been pulling away. Can Berlin get something going? That's a dangerous touch. Freestyler, oh goodness, this is a very awkward ball for Aromi's falling down, but Freestyler not quite able to get that one. Wait a second, is it no one back? No, Italian, I couldn't see Scar, but he's there.
Oh, what is the call there? Caden was out in front. He's either cherry picking or going for a bump, but he turns off, and so it turns into a 3v1 into a straight 1v1. And so a golden opportunity turned away, maybe getting a demo here. So it's up to Aromi to find a clarity. Instead, passes it off the sidewall. Italian waiting for the bunch, and he's going to try and find it, but he can't get it to go through. Freestyle off the backward, has a pass, trying to find himself midfield. Italian wins the touch. He goes off the sidebar there, and maybe able to touch that one in 2-1.
All chaos has erupted. What is happening for this? Off of the post, Freestyler comes out of the net, off of the other post, and puts it in. Right? Berlin is just spinning in circles there on the defense, not sure who's hitting the ball. And out of pure chaos, somehow, some way, Bishop Carroll manages to find a goal. Oh,
and
no.
there is yet.
Wait a second.
This is not how you want to do fake kickoffs. There was no touch in the corner. There was no control. Axel rolls by him. He tries to give it to Romy, but Romy stalls it, and Italian sees it the whole way through.
Unfortunately, that is not a team pinch you want to attempt when you're right in front of your goal. And that hurts. That hurts for Berlin. You're staring down 50 seconds now. You got to get the ball to your half. You've got to get something going here. Italian does not want to see them have any sort of success. All three players to the backboard. Berlin would get it clear, but Caden's really far back. No boost. Manages to fake out one. Explosion on the counter. Gonna get the net. Wait a second. Okay. Hold the phone. Don't leave the theater just quite yet. 4 seconds now. There's a chance.
So to set the scene, you need a very good kickoff and get it into the air. We'll put it in the back of the net immediately. You have to follow it up. Second and third don't exist. You have to put the pressure on Boy Racing and Company. That is the one on the kickoff. Boy Racing needs to try and stall. He wants a touch with his tires. Aromi doing just that. It's up in the air, but there's no follow-up from Axel. And so maybe putting a dagger in the heart as Bishop Carroll wins another.
Well, I tip my hat to Boy Racing for that kickoff. You couldn't have asked for better execution. It went right to Freestyler. There was maybe a chance for Explosion on the read. He cheated up very close, but just a little bit too close to get that one. And Bishop Carroll, Freestyler, leading the way again on offense. 6 shots, 2 goals. And Berlin, I think that last game, Foof, they beat themselves more than Bishop Carroll beat them.
Well, in some ways, but a big thing is when you give up 11 shots, you're not beating yourself as much as getting beaten down. And so Bishop Carroll found all the opportunities, and it wasn't only maybe this time. He had help from Italian. Boy Racing got a single shot as well. And so that team effort on offense transitions into a lead, which transitioned into a win, which guess what, Sis? Transitioned into their first series win.
I think they are feeling pretty well after that series. Freestyler, maybe get him an extra scoop of ice cream after that win. But regardless, Berlin, you put up a good effort.
Sprinkles.
Get some sprinkles on your ice cream. But that was a great series. It was not a 3-0, so we did break the streak for that one.
We did it.
Yeah, that last series, this whole entire series throughout was a lot of interesting plays, some spectacular plays, some accidental plays that turned into highlight plays. But nonetheless, that does wrap it up for series number 2, Foof.
Fortunately, it does. But fortunately, we still have another one coming up. The third and final game of week 2. You're going to have Gateway going against Hollidaysburg. Sis! People in Twitch chat, make sure you stay where you're seated because we're going to be taking a short break. And after that, we'll be right back.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to the third series and final series of the day. I am Sis, and joining alongside me today again is Sis. Unfortunately, Foof did have to go, so it's just going to be me, friends, for the rest of this evening. But, we're going to have a blast watching this final series go on between Hollidaysburg and Gateway. Gateway coming in at 0-1, and Hollidaysburg coming in at 1-0. So, record-wise, you expect to see Hollidaysburg do a little bit better in this series, but it's only been one game. It's only been one time. We're getting this game started, though. Players are on the field, getting ready to go. King Vic and Donald Duck off the kickoff. Goes straight to Stone Alley. We'll launch it down to the corner now, Nathan. A lot of time here. Maybe a little bit too much time. Actually going to get one good touch. Trying to get a double. Joel was up pretty quick for that one. Now Donald's his own corner. Unable to get that boost. Going to be a quick shot from Alley. It's going to be high, though, off the backboard. Maybe another shot from Joel. That one's going to be high off the crossbar as well. Vic diving in now off the corner. High arcing ball off the backboard. Nathan, very awkward. A pre-flip from King Vic. And just like that, Gateway straight out of the bars getting this goal here. Look at this again. Nice pre-flip and another pre-flip. 2 pre-flips led to this goal from King Vic. That was just a little bit awkward play there for Nathan in the back end. But Hollidaysburg, you're down on a quick start. No big deal. You can regain. I've seen them do it before. Alley taking control to the zone corner. Eye to the backboard, trying to hit it over to his teammate Joel. Looking to take control, but Brian is there for the cleanup. Oh, this is a dangerous touch, but able to follow through. Now Ali will pinch it off the side while Nathan trying to get the double touch. A nice setup, but will be 50 away. Now Vic another 50. Nathan just trying to be a nuisance on this ball. Donald with a quick launch to the backboard. Ali there for the cleanup. Gateway playing pretty fast on the defensive end here. Hollidaysburg trying to set up some offensive plays. That's another shot opportunity, and finally, after so much pressure here from Hollidaysburg, getting this one to go off. The missed touch there from Joel. King Vic unable to jump. Basically, he knew he was getting beat, but just not fast enough on the recovery. Donald 2 in the back end, looking for demos. Now Hollidaysburg on the counter, 1-1 now, 4-0-2 on the clock. Ali off the kickoff, gonna go straight to Donald. Wait a second, that's a missed touch, but Nathan is there for the cleanup. High floating ball here, neither team jumping for this one. Nathan will get the better of the 50. Donald quickly off the sidewall. Ali's there for the cleanup though, will launch it to the left wall, trying to hit up his teammate Joel. Unable to get to that one though, passed a little bit too fast. Donald will touchdown on Nathan, forcing a double commit from Gateway. They do win it in favor, but it's going to force their third man to be awkward. Joel does dive the bouncer. Brian has to make the awkward save, does so. A double commit from the defense here for Holiday, but everyone for Gateway went back. That's a team bump, accidental team bump coming in. Now Nathan looking to set up something, trying to weave his way past all the defenders, unable to get it past 2 though. Brian to the backboard. This is a good chance here. Donald duck with a pre-flip. And off of the snipe to the backboard here, Hollidaysburg yet again get a goal. See Brian, just a nice read, and Donald with a pre-flip. Joel really not going to save that one. That's a really tough spot to be in as a defender. You can place it better if you're Donald. So now Hollidaysburg, 2 goals unanswered now. Gateway trying to get something back here. Oh, this is a little bit of miscommunication. It does work. The ball goes straight to King Vic. Beats past 1. Joel, a quick shot. Not able to get a lock though. Nathan and Donald go for this ball. It's going to be another shot on net. It's going to be off the bar, and Joel with the read off of the crossbar. Able to get that one. See here, just double commit there. No one's sure who is going to get the ball. A missed touch from Donald, and look at the read from Joel. Nice touch and play to get Gateway right back into this. Several lead changes already for the first game of the series. 3 minutes on the clock. We have yet to halftime, folks, and we're getting plenty of action. Both teams seem pretty evenly paced. Nice pass to Donald, but unable to make contact with that. Nathan very awkward in the corner, trying to get the read. Gonna leave it for his teammate. Maybe a poor choice. Brian unable to get that, but Donald is there for the cleanup. Donald to pass to the infield. Brian, a nice touch. Beats out one, getting bumped as Ali got launched by the Holiday player. All 3 players committing for this offensive play for Holiday. Look at the pass. Brian, another pass, and Ali unable to get to that one. Just got launched across the field. And we got another lead change. Hollidaysburg when they're close to it, unable to get it. Off the kickoff, and now Nathan, straight to Stone. Brian trying to get something, maybe a little bit too awkward though. That's a nice flick, good chance here, but Stone Alley's got no boost. Maybe a double commit here now. 7 Joel trying to get the touch, unable to do so. King Vic, high touch. Donald, a quick shot, and a missed touch. There here, just not quite the touch you want to see. A little bit panicky from King Vic. Tried getting the flip, but not a lot of power. And Hollidaysburg gets the goal. My apologies, friends, for mispronouncing that one. Now Joel off the kickoff here with, it appears to be Donald. Straight down to the corner, King Vic trying to get it high, unable to do so, but it does fake out one defender. He's got time on the ball, but Brian dives, winning that 50. Arcing ball now from the corner. Donald securing this boost. That's another thing too that we've been seeing a lot from Hollidaysburg. Oh my goodness gracious, Donald, that shot. But the boost management has been heavily in favor of Gateway, unable to secure those big boosts often. It's leaving them very awkward on defense, like this prime situation here. Donald just being a nuisance on the ball, trying to get something going. Nathan, 1 touch, trying to get another touch. This is very awkward here for the defense. Gateway, how long can they hold on? Not long enough. Unable to do much when they don't have any boost. Hollidaysburg just circling like sharks with their prey here. Joel trying to get that read, almost gets it, but not quite enough. Donald has just been everywhere on the field so far for this team, disrupting plays, intercepting plays. Now it's 3 unanswered goals here. We're approaching 90 seconds. Gateway needs to get something going. Joel, not the greatest touch. It's going to give a lot of time and space for Donald. Looking for the double touch. Does make the connection, but it's just slightly off. Joel taking time, no boost again. Gateway just unable to secure these quarter boosts. That's a double whiff there, but Joel's able to get the cleanup. Finally, a boost goes in favor of Gateway. Now King Vic on the counter, trying to get a teammate set up. High ball to the ceiling. Donald's going to be up, makes the touch. Trying to stay on it, be annoying. Get one touch over Alley, unable to do so. Joel with a cleanup to the sidewall. Oh, but he gets demoed for his efforts. Now Brian on the counter gets a flick over one. King Vic has to control. Donald diving again. There's not a lot of fake challenges coming out from Hollidaysburg, but you really don't have to fake challenge when you're up by 3 goals. Approaching now 45 seconds. That's a great team pinch. I'm gonna have to look at that one again. Not quite sure what happened here. Nathan loses the 50 to King Vic, and Joel and Stone both go for it, and it just manages to go far right. And really, you can't ask for a better placement than that. So Gateway, a little bit of hope now for this game. Number 1, 2 goals down still, 48 seconds to go on the clock. High floating ball, Donald just hitting it down, looking for the double, unable to do so, but it does force a double commit. Nice 50 in the sidewall. King Vic dives in. Hierarchy ball to the corner. Joel trying to set up something for his team. A little bit awkward here. Does manage to flick it past one. A double commit again from Hollidaysburg. I'm seeing a lot of double commits from both teams, but not a lot of punishment for these mistakes. Now Joel will launch it down to the other side. Brian looking for the pitch to the midfield, does get it, but gets beat out by a Gateway defender. And now Nathan up very quickly with the pre-jump off the sidewall, looking for the double attempt. Donald, a nice redirect. It's just slightly off the post, but it doesn't matter. That ball does not have to go in the net. Time all but over here for Gateway. Maybe one for the road. Donald bumping their own teammate out of the play. King Vic off the backboard, trying to hit up his teammate, but unable to do so. And just like that, Hollidaysburg, after a few lead changes and series tie changes, I suppose you could say, they storm out of the gates. 6 shots from Donald, 3 for 6, 50%. Pretty good stat line. Brian with the 5 assists, hitting up Donald pretty well for his teammates. So a total 11 shots for Hollidaysburg compared to Gateway's 6. It was pretty even throughout that series, pretty close. But I think towards the end there, Gateway just let go of the gas, and Hollidaysburg, I keep mispronouncing that, kind of stepped it up a notch. I mean, they're very capable offense as it is. I saw that last week when they played. Pretty dominant performance, and they definitely turned it up a notch. So this game number 1 going in the favor of Hollidaysburg. I think Gateway, they've got to find a way to keep what they had going from the start of the game throughout the game, because they had a great start and they were really hitting each other on the passes. They were hitting each other on the plays. They had a few good shots, few good goals that went in, but it just slowly crumbled away as they were getting stuck in their half non-stop. Now, though, approaching game number 2, there's chances for, I wouldn't necessarily say changing your play style, but adapting to the play style of your opponent. I think that's the biggest key factor going into this next game. A little bit of a delay here, but we're trying to get them on the field. There we go. All right, Nathan's getting on, Donald's getting on, Joel's getting on, whole crew's getting on for the start of the game number 2. No one would like to go for the kickoff here for Gateway. I think there's just a little bit of a fake kickoff. Nathan the pass in midfield. Wait a second, it's actually a shot, but Joel was there for the cleanup. Now clearing it all the way down to the side, trying to play time so Gateway can grab some boost. Alley off the sidewall, looking to control, hits a pass one, no boost though, so Joel will take over. Looking for the double, unable to connect for that one. Donald diving in, looking for the double attempt, does get it off the corner. Maybe he's looking for a triple, but a little bit too high on that one. On the counter, Donald will intercept that pass. A little bit awkward, but Brian comes in also with a half rotation, intercepting that one. Neutral 50. Yeah, we gotta be careful. Got to beat out Hollidaysburg for these big boosts. Those are key factors why they got so many goals scored on them last. You get stuck on your end for 0 boosts the whole time. It does not matter how good you are at Rocket League, your defense will break. Oh, speaking of breaking, Donald had the open net, but it's a very difficult angle to get, unable to finish that one. Now a rare opportunity here for Gateway to try to get something going, but Nathan will air dribble all the way down to the midfield. But it's pinched away by King Vic, not Brian. A little bit of time in the backboard, trying to hit it past one. That's a dangerous touch, though. A quadruple commit from everyone on the field. Still a little bit of pressure here for Gateway. Not a lot of gaps in that Hollidaysburg defense, but trying to test the waters here. Joel will draw in one, try and get past another, unable to do so. Donald, the team pinch, gonna be high off the crossbar though. Oh, Brian, a little bit of a whiff. Gonna set up maybe Gateway to get something going, but all players going back for boost. Gotta make decisions there. He's trying to control the boost of the field and keep the ball, but unable to do so throughout. Nathan on the counter, trying to solo carry past one. Not a big touch, but maybe enough to disrupt the defense. Alley, though, will clear it down to the corner. Notice a lot of these big bangs coming out from Gateway. When they have a little bit of opportunity on the field, they're electing more just to get rid of it quickly, which when you're getting boost starved a lot and you're costing your half, it's easy to do that. But maybe start looking for your teammates on these outlets more than just electing to get rid of it completely down the field. This is a good setup here for Joel off the ceiling, looking for the double tip. Maybe it's actually a pass. Team Vic dove, unable to make contact with that one. Oh, Ali, nice attempt for the double. Nathan to the backboard, trying to get his own double. That's a redirect from Joel, very dangerous, but Team Vic is there for cleanup. Scoreless now for both these teams. We're well underway at halftime. Past halftime, actually. Dangerous ball here to the midfield. Saved away still. This Gateway defense holding on, not electing to give much room for this Hollidaysburg offense to get going. Wow, trying to set up something, just no boost, not a lot you can do with the ball in that situation. Maybe that's more than they expected. That's a great shot from Joel, but off the crossbar. Team bump going on here in the corner for Hollidaysburg. Found one, nice 50, goes to Brian. Brian will just elect to take a quick shot. It's going to be easily saved away by Joel. Staying on now, high ball to the backboard. Nathan will control. To his own left corner now. Ali maybe looking for a pass. A little bit of a misflip though. I like the vision, the attempt. Execution just not quite there. Ali will launch it down to the other corner. Both players shooting up a little bit close here for Hollidaysburg, but Nathan will be the one to have it. Down with the pre-jump to the ceiling. For the second touch, able to do so. Maybe the pinch past one. Now Nathan will clear it down to the other side. Ali off the sidewall, maybe a double attempt. Not a lot there, but then maybe a little bit to make them awkward. Vic unable to get that shot on though. Hollidaysburg getting a little bit starved here on their own end for boost. Al using a lot of boost to get that ball, unable to make contact though. Brian the backflip. Donald another backflip, but everyone on Gateway just playing patient, trying to force the touches. Now Joel launches to the midfield. Brian up quickly, beats out one. Joel electing to go for the corner boost. The corner boost is not there though, but Brian doesn't have boost either. Everyone on the field starved right now for boost. Donald a pre-jump, but maybe jump too early. That's a good chance for Brian, but still saved away by King Vic. Ali, a little bit of a pre-jump is going to force Brian to make the touch. Time now in space, but Donald doesn't want to give them too much time. Trying to get the pre-jump, but unable to make contact now to the corner. Nathan left last alone, but does get the clear. Oh, this is dangerous. Joel getting bumped on the end. Can Donald get there? No, King Vic again. Just that solid defense on the side of Gateway. That's a dangerous pass, though. Nathan trying to set up the double. Joel, the last second touch. Brian dives in. Unable to get that one to go past King Vic either. Ali, no boost. Only can pop that one up and hope for the best. Donald back to midfield. Oh, Ali controls. Unable to get the flick over. That was a good shot opportunity. Good setup. They were in a 3v1. Nonetheless, the game does go to overtime. Oh, Donald, a good shot, but it's going to be wide. Had the open net for a brief glimpse. Vic unable to make contact there. Ali will come in, clears it all the way down to the sidewall. Nathan, a nice 50. Wait, that might just be going into the net. Joel forces a double commit. Very awkward for the defense of Gateway. Brian has a good chance for the shot. It's going to be off of the crossbar, though. Again, trying to keep pressure, but that's not the touch you want. To the backboard now. Joel got to take a quick shot. It's going to be saved away again by Donald. Neither team making a lot of pressure touches and more just to test the waters. Wait a second. That shot, though. The last shot that I expected to go in for Hollidaysburg. See what happened here. King Vic tried controlling and wanted to get the flick, but did not get it. Ali cheated up. Unable to get back on defense. And in a very slack turn of events, Hollidaysburg gets a freebie pretty much in that there. Just a simple mistake, but that's what happens at this level of Rocket League. When you have that sort of, I wouldn't say miscue, but it was just a poor attempt there from Team Vic. That mistake costs you. And the higher up you get in Rocket League, the tiniest mistake that you make will get you punished. We saw it there. Still, though, reminiscent of game number 1, Hollidaysburg racking up the shots. 10 shots in total, and Gateway only had 3, I believe, maybe 4. I didn't get to peep the score by the last second there. But now, if you're Gateway, you're coming into this game and you're staring down a 3-0 possibility. We've seen a lot of those at this channel so far at the start of the spring 2022 season, but I've seen plenty of reverse sweeps in my time in Rocket League. I believe there's a, I'm not sure if this is a sub coming in for one of the teams. I'm hearing actually from the desk, it is just the spectator for Gateway. So maybe getting that person to come in can get you some confidence. They can go over some things they're doing wrong. Nonetheless, though, they got to figure it out, and they've got to figure it out quickly. They've got one more game, unless they want to get match point on, and the series will go to Hollidaysburg. This is a good shot opportunity for Joel, but it's just off of the post. This has been the story all series long for Gateway, unable to finish on their few opportunities that they've had. Now Brian wanted to get one of his own. Maybe slightly off. Vic actually cut off his teammate. It looked like Joel was trying to take control, but they don't get punished for it yet. Nathan trying to set up the air dribble, still floating. Manages to get the last second touch. Vic, oh, this is an awkward touch. High off the ceiling. Ali not able to make contact. Donald and Joel, neither one making contact with that ball, but Vic off the spawn does get that clear. Donald not going to take that one. Going to leave it for Brian. Brian will launch it down to the corner of Gateway. Joel looking to set up control, gets it past Donald, securing that mid boost. Nathan will just pop it very high. Donald up quickly, trying to get the redirect, maybe the pass to the midfield. No one there for Hollidaysburg. And Vic trying to control. No, it's actually going to pitch. Wait a second, there's no one back, but Donald was unable to get the read. That one was one you wished you could have back. Now Joel trying to set up the scoring. Brian, that's a misread. It's going to be a good chance, and Joel unable to get that shot in net. The net is just no one's friend right now. No one wants to put it in. Nathan, maybe Donald can get it going. That's a double commit. Joel trying to land to the backboard, maybe to get there. No, King Vic, though, is there for the save. Alec taking control, trying to flick it past one. No can do. Brian still staying on. Maybe the pass in the midfield. Gonna like to take a shot. Awkward ball. Joel. Unfortunately, that is not the net you want to get in. Brian unable to get it on net, but it worked out in his favor. Joel trying to get the read, does get the read, but just hit it to the left instead of the right. That one is painful. I've been in your shoes, Joel. Feel for you. Nonetheless, though, Hollidaysburg 1-0 lead now. 3:22 to go on the clock. Joel off the corner trying to get the pinch. Not able to get a lot of distance, though, but Ali is there to clear it down the side. It's going to be a high roller here. Nathan very awkward, a little bit of a backflip, and just like that, Gateway in no time here. Ali, look at the pass. High bounce. Nathan had the read. I could feel like he was very confident in that read. Just a backflip. It's going to happen, though. Like I mentioned in the last game, at this level of Rocket League, your mistakes are going to get punished. Sometimes in a series as close as this one, with teams that are evenly matched as they are, it's not really about the crazy offensive plays, the crazy spectacular mechanical plays. It's just about who makes the first mistake. But both teams have had their fair share of mistakes. Both teams have been punished for their fair share of mistakes. So curious to see how that plays for the rest of this. And Nathan, back pass from Brian. That's a very hard hit, though, but Donald is there. Now Nathan trying to control. He's a dangerous player in the air. Unable to get the first touch, though. I like the setup attempts. Brian to pass in the midfield. Donald up quickly. Not able to get a good shot. Just trying to keep pressure going. A double commit here from Gateway. It's going to maybe work. Joel actually fakes out the last man. And, oh, goodness. Look at this. The double commit here. Ali touches it. Joel trying to get him to touch. And it just fakes out Nathan. Sometimes not hitting the ball can be your best option. We see it there. Gateway getting on top now for a rare change, but Hollidaysburg, when they've been down, it really doesn't tend to last for long. Now Donald is solo play option, looking for the bump attempt. Oh goodness gracious, dear me. I've cast a curse so many times today. Donald, in 3 seconds time, one touch, trying to get the bump, but Vic was trying to avoid it, had to play patient, and in just like that, the series tied again. In this game number 3, 2:20 on the clock now. Nathan winning that kickoff pretty heavily. I argue ball. Nathan again on the ball, looking for the double attempt, trying to fall on it. Does get the pinch, but everyone for Gateway read the play, just waiting on a touch. Brian, back pass to Donald. Donald would like to bang it to the backboard. Joel up quickly. Maybe a little bit too quick. That's a dangerous touch, but a nice 50 in the corner is going to roll it all the way back down Hollidaysburg again. Nathan beating out Vic. Wait a second, it might beat out every player for Gateway. Ali has to make the last second save. It does so. Gateway wiping the sweat off their brow after that one. Now a little bit of space here for Vic. Actually going to leave it for Ali. Ali looking for the solo play attempt. Trying to fake out one. Almost gets it past Nathan, but unable to get it fully in the net. Now Brian on the counter. Not quite the touch he wanted. Looking for a teammate. Joel Demo in the backfield. Going to clear up some space here. Trying to set up offense. Ali sidewall. Oh my goodness. Nathan almost 50 his teammate into his own net. Now to the backboard. Nathan does get the clear. Trying to stay on this with a low amount of boost. Manages to get the last touch. Ali last low and actually going to get bumped. Donald's going to come in, and Donald placing it perfectly past the defender here. Look at this play. Nathan bumping Ali. Ali cheated up very close, trying to get the read, and it bounced out too far. Punished for cheating up again. Hollidaysburg. When they get down, it's not for long. Off the kickoff now. Oh, Brian, a little bit of a mistake, but Nathan is there. Joel, high bouncer. They'll leave it for Ali. No one up for Hollidaysburg. They're just watching. Nice double off the sidewall. Vic unable to make contact, though. Now Joel beating out Brian for the boost. Gonna force a little bit of a fallback here from Hollidaysburg offense. Nathan off the sidewall does get beat by Joel. This is going to the Hollidaysburg net, but it's just slightly off. Can Vic finish? No, unable to get that one on net. Time after time again, we have seen so many close opportunities for Gateway. They just have yet to find the finishing tone. This is another good chance. Brian does make the save. Down. What a recovery to get that clear away. And Nathan will clear it down at almost an open net, but Ali on the rotation does get it. Nathan, a high one to the crossbar, is going to be off, though. Both players for Gateway jumping still. Not a goal. Gateway defense holding on. Now Joel will clear all the way downside. Brian very awkward. Does make the touch, though. Nathan and I believe that was Brian getting the double commit now down on the counterattack. 1v1 opportunity here, trying to fake it out, but Joel does not bite. Oh, wait a second. Oh, Brian just sniffing out this pass, reading the play so well. Joel made the save, tried to adjust it to his teammate, but Brian was just there the whole time. And that one hurts you for Gateway. You need 2 goals in 10 seconds. Not impossible, but not probable. Taking a Vic off the kickoff. This is actually in favor of Gateway. Can they get there first? No, Donald read the play the whole way, looking for the double attempt to finish it off. Pitches out to the side. It does not matter. It's mathematically impossible for Gateway to win this game. They will not. Hollidaysburg, just like that, on top. Again, the offensive powerhouse that this team has shown. Incredible performance for them. And look at this stat line. Donald 2 for 2. Brian 2 for 2. Nathan 0 for 4, but he had an assist to get in there. Gateway 9 shots, but only 2 goals. They just were not able to execute as well as they wanted to. I think that was the name of the game for this entire series. They just weren't able to finish off their offensive plays that they had. They had very few and far between. Hollidaysburg was just really on offense the whole time. They weren't letting go of the gas pedal. But nonetheless, that does wrap it up for series number 3. I was Sis, and joining alongside me was also Sis. But we're going to be looking at the stat line, the schedule coming up for here. Tomorrow, starting at 3:30 Eastern Time, the Esport Company's High School League's Overwatch season continues with Division 1 taking here on the Esport Company's Twitch channel, and Division 2 will be taking place on the twitch.tv/TEC High School League. If you don't know what it is, don't worry. It's easy to find when you look it up. That will be starting at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to drop ! socials to follow my socials. And Foof, who's joining alongside me, wasn't able to finish this out, but he's a fabulous caster, legendary casters. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up for me. It's going to wrap it up for us at the Esport Company. Hope everyone enjoyed the Rock League action today. Stay safe. If it's raining out there where you live, it's pretty cold where I am right now and wet, so not a great combination. But we'll be seeing you next week.